Good evening. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, just wanted to talk about a couple of things. I wanted to talk about my thoughts and my experience attending the NWA Crockett Cup 2023. Want to talk about that. I also want to give an update. Since we're in the month of June now, I wanted to go ahead and give an update on the current standings of the Catch the Wave tournament hosted by Pro Wrestling Wave. I wanted to go over that. And I also wanted to do a little mini preview of the recently announced Stardom Sunshine 2023 and Stardom MidSummer Champions. Those two events just announced as they had the press conferences for that. So I'll do a little mini preview of the matches that have been booked for that show. So first, let's get started. NWA National Wrestling Alliance presents the Crockett Cup. Crockett Cup of 2023. This was a 2-night tournament. This was on June 3rd and June 4th of this year. So this was this past Saturday and Sunday. And you know what? Overall, I definitely had a blast. Crockett Cup was very entertaining. And actually, this is my second time attending the Crockett Cup. I attended once back in 2019. I was there for that tournament. It was much smaller at the time, much less teams, but it was still pretty enjoyable. This time had a total of 24 teams in the tournament. So definitely much bigger, to the point where they did 2 nights for it. Now, first off, I will say this. So the tournament was at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Specifically, it was the Annex building. Let me just say this. I had never been to this venue before. Never been to this building or whatnot. Now, first off, I want to say that the parking staff guy that was at the gate was trash. I mean, just had an attitude, was very disrespectful. The dude yelled at me because I circled around trying to find parking and where I was supposed to go, which building I was supposed to go to. But at the time, there were no posted signs or anything like that of where the building was, or, any directing signs to the building specifically for that event. Because the thing was, there were multiple events going on, at least Saturday. So this would have really helped. 2, the guy gave me bad directions. And 3, when you're working that type of position, you have to understand that, number 1, not everybody is familiar with the venue. And number 2, there's a good percentage of folks that come from out of town, even as far as out of state. So there's going to be a handful of people that don't know the layout of the area. And I was nice enough to let the guy ride into my car and have him direct me to the right place, which he did. I could have been a douchebag about it and dropped him off and made him walk back to his post, but I did the right thing, drove him back to his post. But dude was yelling at me because I couldn't find the right location and was getting an attitude with me. I'm like, first of all, number 1, I don't even stay in Winston-Salem. Secondly, first time coming to this venue. Like, come on, dude. okay, so I didn't get it on the first try. I'm not the only one that didn't get it on the first try. So just the parking staff was trash. That was probably my biggest complaint from this event in general. That had nothing to do with the actual like matches or anything like that. But the parking staff was trash. Was straight up trash, disrespectful, all of the above. And it was some old dude, but still was ridiculous. Was really ridiculous. But as far as the show, I really liked the presentation of it. I sat front row, same seat both nights. Presentation definitely had that old school NWA feel to it. Which, like I said, this is the second Crockett Cup I've ever been to, and just overall second NWA show I've ever been to. And you know what? While NWA is not one of my main go-to promotions that I keep up with consistently, I did at least want to check it out, mainly for the sake that the event was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I try to go to a lot of pro wrestling events whenever they're in the state, because they're near my home city. So that was mainly my incentive for going. And the commentary team was Tim Storm, Joe Galley, and they also had Velvet Sky as well. So got to high five Velvet Sky. So that was really cool. But yeah, overall, pretty enjoyable, very entertaining show both nights. I will say this though, maybe it's just me, but NWA has way too many championships, in my opinion. They had like 8 or 9 championships. I'm seeing NWA World Television Champion, National Champion, Women's Television Champion, United States Tag Team Champions, like Junior Champ. I'm like, dang, this promotion has a ton of titles. Jeez, and I thought Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling had way too many titles, but jeez, NWA I mean, maybe, because I'm so surprised because I hadn't really followed it well, but dang, I didn't expect them to have like 8 or 9 titles. I mean, jeez. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. That's a lot to keep up with, personally. I don't know how y'all feel about promotions with like 8, 10 plus titles, but I don't know. I think it's overkill. Even New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's overkill on the titles, and they have like 13 or so titles. It's crazy. So it's a little bit overkill. But overall, the tournament was pretty entertaining. Looking at some of the teams that I enjoyed, the Flippin' Psychos were pretty cool with Fodder and Flip Gordon. Of course, I've seen Flip Gordon wrestle before in ROH. And he participated in the 2019 Crockett Cup where Bandito was his tag team partner. So there was that. There were a lot of interesting tag teams overall. Dak Draper and Mims, the Magnum Muscle, they were pretty cool. Savages, they were pretty cool. They were a nice heel team. That clown team, the Brothers of Funstruction, they went a lot further than I thought they were going to go. They had a couple of upset wins, so I was actually really shocked. I really enjoyed the Immortals, Odinson and JR Kratos. Really enjoyed them. They were a strong tag team. Of course, Blunt Force Trauma, of course, led out by Aaron Stevens. They were, pretty much the biggest of the heel teams in this tournament that went the furthest. Seeing Ricky Morton turn heel was quite interesting. I mean, already his son, Kerry, was pretty much, established in a way as a heel, which I've seen him as a heel before. He was a heel at one of the GCW shows that I went to. But his father, Ricky Morton, turning heel, I thought was really interesting. I was like, I would have never thought of that, but it actually worked out pretty well. EC3, man, he got serious tan. That was my first time seeing EC3 in like, man, I think since when was the last time I saw EC3 live? Oof, maybe ROH. You know what? I don't know. It's been a hot minute, but yeah, EC3, man, that dude got seriously tanned. And apparently he's the NWA National Heavyweight Champion. It was just like, interesting. And I gotta keep it real with you. Tyrus, I know Tyrus is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, but man, Tyrus just... I can't really get behind him as the top champion in the NWA. I can't. I just can't. Him and Chris Adonis, the Masterpiece, as a tag team, which, I mean, they got decently far, but wasn't feeling that. La Rebellion, they were really cool. The AAA team of Mystices Jr. and Octagon Jr., they were a lot of fun. Was leading some lucha chants, so they were really cool. Got to see M95 and Pretty Empowered in action. Of course, M95, they're the NWA Women's World Tag Team Champions, so thought they were pretty cool. Got to see Camille compete. She defended the NWA Women's World Championship, and I have to say, that match was excellent. I mean, just excellent. Her match against Natalia Markova, I would have to say that was the match of, pretty much the match of the event. That was such a solid match, and the way it was booked, it could have gone either way. It really could have gone either way. And that was my first time seeing Natalia Markova in action. And she brought her A game to Camille. But, Camille ended up retaining the title. And, definitely was going for Camille. She's a Durham, North Carolina native. So, gotta root for my North Carolinians. But, I was really shocked to see they had a scramble for the number one contendership of the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship, and Colby Corino was in it, and not only was he in it, he won it. So he's the new number one contender. So shout out to Colby Corino. Just recently saw him in DPW, made that special appearance. So happy for him to, get a shot at Kerry Morton's NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship. But overall, some good matches, some great tournament matches. And I know most of them were pretty short, which I can understand, trying to fit so much in 2 nights. Would have been nice if it was a little bit spread out, but I can understand, 2-night event, they did what they could. Some of the matches were also on the YouTube pre-shows for both nights, so at least there was that. But yeah, I think pretty much each one of those championships were pretty much showcased. But man, there was just so many. They got so many championships. It's crazy. But when it was all said and done, the final 2 came down to Trevor Murdoch and Mike Knox versus Blunt Force Trauma in the finals. And sure enough, Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch ended up winning and are your 2023 NWA Crockett Cup winners. Which I thought it was pretty interesting. I haven't seen Mike Knox in forever. Not since ECW. It's crazy. And Trevor Murdoch, I know Trevor Murdoch was a former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But yeah, it was kind of cool seeing them win the tournament. They weren't my number one pick, which I really didn't have a number one pick because a lot of the teams I had never heard of. But you know what? I can be on board with them winning the Crockett Cup. I can definitely be on board with that. But I really enjoyed La Rebellion. And they even had Vampiro. Vampiro accompanied them, which I got to fist bump Vampiro. I thought that was pretty cool. It was cool to see Vampiro live. I was like, oh snap, what's up? So it was cool meeting him. Got to shake Tim Storm's hand and got to high five Velvet Sky, which she's still beautiful. But yeah, like I definitely enjoyed the show. You know, I don't watch a whole lot of NWA content, mainly just because, you know, it's a lot to keep up with, adding on with what I already keep up with. But I definitely enjoyed the show. I enjoyed both nights. And I really liked the way they did it, you know, with the ticket purchasing. You know, it gave you an option to buy, you know, night 1, night 2, or you could do the dual pass for both nights, and I was able to do that. So I thought that was really cool that I could do that and actually keep the same seat for both nights. So I thought that was really cool. They did a good job with that. But just overall, the presentation was really cool. Just the commentary team was all dressed up, and just, you know, that Crockett Cup trophy, that thing is huge. But, you know, they had the up-to-date brackets, and they kept that up-to-date. That was really cool. And, you know, they had just as much non-tournament matches as they did tournament matches. And you know what? Overall, it was a very enjoyable event. It was definitely an enjoyable event. And this is coming from somebody that, you know, hasn't kept up with a lot of NWA shows. So, I was pleased. I was definitely very pleased with this show. Part of me was even thinking about ordering the pay-per-view just to see when I could see myself. But definitely enjoyed the Crockett Cup. Like I said, the parking staff was trash. But aside from that, the show was actually really fun. So many tag teams and action. And yeah, it was just really enjoyable. I felt like the crowd was a lot more into it in night 2 than night 1. Or at least, you know, kind of starting off. But overall, it was a good show. It was definitely a good show. And yeah. Maybe they'll bring the Crockett Cup back to North Carolina next year. Maybe that's, you know, going to be one of their things now. I mean, I've been to 2 of them, 2019 and 2023. So, but congratulations to Trevor Murdoch and Mike Knox on winning this year's Crockett Cup tournament. Yeah, well deserved, well earned. Indeed. Okay. So, before we move on to the current standings of the Pro Wrestling Wave Catch the Wave tournament, as well as mini preview for the upcoming big Stardom shows, here is a quick word from our sponsor. As you continue to watch and enjoy Blitzball Champ gaming content here on the U to the Tube, be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty, our sponsor. For an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products, here is Game Beauty. They offer many different collections such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, and even this special Persona 5 Royal limited edition makeup collection. They also have free domestic and international shipping to most countries for orders over $60. And you can use the promo code BlitzBallChamp and you get 10% off of your order for any and all purchases. So be sure to check out Game Beauty when you have an opportunity. Now, we shall return back to our regularly scheduled video. Enjoy. Okay. Pro Wrestling Wave Catch the Wave 2023 tournament. So, we're in the month of June now, and remember, this tournament started back in May 4th, and the last day will be July 17th. So, it's been a while, so I wanted to go through and give an update on the current standings of the Catch the Wave tournament. They've been doing these matches in little bitty batches, just in little bitty batches. But, you know, they're proceeding with the tournament nice and slowly. Now, just to recap, there's 5 blocks, 2 points for a win, 0 for a loss, 1 point for a tie. And pretty much the top finishers of each block move on to the winner's block. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go over the current standings of the Catch the Wave 2023 tournament. All right, let's take a look. Okay. So, we're going to start off with the Young block. So, there's 5 total blocks. Young block, Elizabeth block, Block A, Block B, and Block C. All right, so we're going to start off with the Young block. So, right now, we have 2 competitors sitting at the bottom with 1 point, which are Kizuna Tanaka and Chie Ozora. Let's look at Kizuna Tanaka. So, right now, she has a record of 0-3-1. So she has no victories. She has 3 losses to Yura Suzuki, Honoka, and Himiko, and the 1 draw against Chie Ozora. Now, that pretty much is all of her matches in this block, so she definitely looks like she's not going to escape to the winner's block from here. So, kind of a bad showing for her. And then Chie Ozora, right now she is 0-0-1. She's only had 1 match so far, which was the draw against Kizuna Tanaka. So she still has 3 matches left. So we'll have to see how things go for her. All right, we got 1 competitor right now with 2 points, and that's Himiko. Himiko has a record of 1-1. She has the 1 victory over Kizuna Tanaka, but a loss to Yura Suzuki. And she has 2 matches left. Alright, we got 1 competitor with 3 points, and that's Honoka. She has a record of 1-0-1. So 1 win and 1 draw. So the 1 draw was against Yura Suzuki, and then the 1 victory was against Kizuna Tanaka. So she's sitting there with 3 points. Haven't lost a match yet, but she only has 2 matches left. And then sitting at the top with 5 points is Yura Suzuki. She has a record of 2-0-1. She has the 2 victories over Himiko and Kizuna Tanaka, the 1 draw against Honoka, and she has 1 match left. So, looking at this block, Yura Suzuki has a chance to get 7 total points, and pretty much, if she can get that last victory, she should be in decent, comfortable shape to make it out of the young block. But Honoka, she can also get 7 points as well if she wins her final 2 matches. So that could be close. Himiko Himiko still has a chance, but she's going to need Yura Suzuki to lose, and hopefully she can win her final 2 matches. And Chie Ozura's still in it. She just has to win out. She really needs to win out. So there's still, Yura Suzuki, Honoka, and Himiko and Chie Ozura still have a chance to make it out of the young block. Kizuna Tanaka, unfortunately, will not be able to. So it's going to be interesting to see how the young block finishes off. But Yura Suzuki right now has a small but maybe decently comfortable lead, but that depends on her. She's got to win her final match. Alrighty. Now let's go to the Elizabeth block. Okay, so for the Elizabeth block, right now we have 3 competitors with 2 points each. That's Sakura Hirota, Kaori Yoneyama, and Cherry. So let's take a look at Sakura Hirota. She has a record of 1-3. She has the 1 victory over Kaori Yoneyama, but 3 losses to Cherry, Mizuki Endo, and Yuki Miyazaki. And she has no more matches left and is sitting at 2 points. So, yeah, she's definitely not making it out of the Elizabeth block. But her matches are finished. All right, Kaori Yoneyama. She has a record of 1-1 with a victory over Mizuki Endo, but a loss to Sakura Hirota. She has 2 matches left. And then you have Cherry, who also is 1-1. She has the victory over Sakura Hirota, but a loss to Mizuki Endo, and she has 2 matches left. And then right now we got 2 competitors tied at the top with 4 points apiece. That's Mizuki Endo and Yuki Miyazaki. So Yuki Miyazaki. Or actually, let's take a look at Mizuki Endo. She has also finished her matches. She finishes for a record of 2-2. So 2 victories over Cherry and Sakura Hirota, but 2 losses to Kaori Yoneyama and Yuki Miyazaki. And then right now, Yuki Miyazaki, undefeated, 2-0. She has victories over Mizuki Endo and Sakura Hirota. But she has 2 matches left, and that's against Kaori Yoneyama and Cherry. So looking at what we have here, one second. So looking at what we have here, Yuki Miyazaki, I mean, if she can win out or get at least 6 points, she has a fair shot. Let's see. Yuki Miyazaki has the opportunity to get 8 points. She could win out, and that would pretty much make her the favorite to make it out of the Elizabeth block. Cherry has an opportunity to get 6 points, so she's still in it. Kaori Yoneyama, same thing. She has a chance to get 6 points. But we'll have to see what happens. But Mizuki Endo, unless the others just really, I don't see her making it out. I don't think she has a chance. But, we'll see what happens. But looks like it may come down to either Yuki Miyazaki, Kaori Yoneyama, or Cherry. But if Yuki can win her final 2 matches, she's pretty much guaranteed to advance. All right, let's look at Block A. Okay, now Block A is a little bit interesting. So right now, sitting at the bottom with 0 points is Rina Amikura. She has a record of 0-2, losses to Asuka and Manami, and she has 2 matches left. Next up, we have Kohaku. Or actually, we got two competitors with 1 point apiece. That's Hiragi Kurumi and Kohaku. Kohaku right now has a record of 0-1-1. She has the loss to Asuka and a draw with Hiragi Kurumi. And then same thing, she has 2 matches left. Same thing with Hiragi Kurumi. She is 0-1-1. She has the loss to Asuka and the draw with Kohaku. 2 matches left. Then you have Manami sitting with 2 points with a record of 1-1. She has the 1 victory over Rina Amikura, but the 1 loss to Asuka. She has 2 matches left. But you know what? All of that doesn't even matter now, because sitting alone at the top with 8 points, winning all 4 of her Block A matches, is Asuka. That's right. She finishes 4-0 and is guaranteed to advance to the winner's block. She has the victories over Manami, Hiragi Kurumi, Kohaku, and Rina Amikura. Quadruple it. That's right. Goes undefeated. So pretty much there's no chance the other ladies can come close. So at least we know that Asuka has made it to the winner's block. She wins Block A. So the only thing that the rest of the ladies are competing for are bragging rights, as you know, for now. But that'll do it for Block A. All right, let's look at Block B. Okay, Block B. Or wait a minute. Yeah, Block B. Okay, Block B. Let's see. We got 3 competitors with 2 points apiece. We got Riko Kawahata, Kakeru Sakaguchi, and Miyuki Takase. So let's look at Riko Kawahata. She has a record of 1-2. She has the 1 victory over Kakeru Sakaguchi, but 2 losses to Miyuki Takase and Risa Sera. She has 1 match left. Kakeru Sakaguchi, she has a record of 1-3 with 2 points as well. She has the 1 victory over Miyuki Takase, but 3 losses to Risa Sera, Saki, and Riko Kawahata. And all of her matches are complete, and it's not looking like she's going to make it out of Block B. Miyuki Takase, 1-2. She has the 1 victory over Riko Kawahata, but 2 losses to Saki and Kakeru Sakaguchi. She has 1 match left. Okay, and then we have 1 competitor with 4 points, and that's Saki. She has a record of 2-1. She has victories over Miyuki Takase and Kakeru Sakaguchi, but the 1 loss to Risa Sera. She has 1 match left. And then right now, sitting at the top of Block B with 6 points is Risa Sera. She is 3-0 with victories over Saki, Kakeru Sakaguchi, and Riko Kawahata. She has 1 match left. So with the way it's looking, Riko Kawahata, the most she can get is 4 points, so she's not going to be able to make it. Kakeru Sakaguchi's not going to be able to make it. Miyuki Takase, she can only get 4 points, so she's not going to make it. Saki still has a chance, but she needs to win, and she needs Risa Sera to lose her final match. But if Saki can win her final match and then Risa Sera loses her final match, then Saki probably will make it out of the Block B. But if Risa Sera can beat Miyuki Takase, then she will go 4-0 and she will win the B block. So I don't know. With the way things are looking, I think Risa Serra is a favorite to win. But we'll see what happens with Saki. But, and it doesn't help, though, that Risa Serra has beaten Saki already. So, it's going to be tough. But we'll see what happens. But I think Risa Serra may be the favorite to win. Okay, and finally, Block C. Okay, Block C. All right, right now, sitting at the bottom with 0 points is Yuko Sakurai, but she hasn't wrestled any of her matches yet. So her matches should be coming up soon. Because remember, they got all the way till the middle of July, so they still got plenty of time. So Yuko Sakurai, 0 points, hasn't competed yet. And then the other 4 ladies each have 2 points apiece. So it's much closer. So that's Itsuki Aoki, Ayame Sasamura, Hikari Shimizu, and Haruka Umesaki. Let's take a look at Itsuki Aoki. She is 1-1. She has a victory over Ayame Sasamura, but a loss to Hikari Shimizu. She's got 2 matches left. All right. Ayame Sasamura, 1-1. Victory over Haruka Umesaki, but a loss to Itsuki Aoki. 2 matches left. All right. Hikari Shimizu, 1-1. Victory over Itsuki Aoki, but a loss to Haruka Umesaki. 2 matches left. And then Haruka Umesaki, 1-1. Victory over Hikari Shimizu, but a loss to Ayame Sasamura, and she has 2 matches left. Now, like I said, we're gonna have to see how Yuko Sakurai does, because right now she hasn't competed yet, so anything can happen there. I don't know. Block C is kind of hard to tell, mainly because we don't know what could happen. Because like I said, Yuko hasn't wrestled her matches yet. You know, she's the only one with all four matches to compete. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite out of this one. I mean, I like Hikari Shimizu. I like Haruka Umesaki. You know, those are probably my 2 favorites. But yeah, this block is a lot closer than the others. But I mean, you know, going back through, I mean, Young Block, I mean, I didn't really have a favorite to win this block. But it looks like Yura Suzuki may be running away with this. For the Elizabeth block, I mean, I didn't really have a favorite to win this one either. So I'm pretty open. Block A, I really wanted Kohaku to win, but I mean, when you have Asuka and Hiragi Kurumi in there, it's kind of tough. But I really wanted Kohaku to win this block, but that's not going to happen. I mean, Asuka pretty much sealed the deal quick. So, and then Block B, I mean, I got a lot of favorites here. I mean, Miyuki Takase, Riko Kawahara, Risa Serra, but I got a feeling that Risa Serra is going to end up winning Block B. I just have that feeling. And then, like I said, Block C, I mean, I like Haruka Umesaki, I like Hikari Shimizu, but yeah, this one's going to be close. But yeah, so quite a lot to still look forward to in this tournament. Still got a lot of matches left, just across the board. But at least we know so far that Asuka has won Block A and will advance to the winner's block. So she's confirmed for the winner's block. So congratulations to her. Went 4-0. So, hey, well deserved. Okay. So that will do it for catch the wave. Now let's switch gears and let's take a look at the we're going to do a mini preview of Stardom Sunshine 2023 and Stardom MidSummer Champions 2023. So we're going to start off with Stardom Sunshine 2023. This will be on June 25th at the Yoyogi Stadium second gym. And like I said, they don't have any match graphics up yet. They just did a press conference for this. So I'm going to just go through. So let's see. We got a 6-woman tag team match. So we got a trios match. We got stars Hanan, Sayaida, and Momokogo versus Waka Tsukiyama, Yuna Mizumori, and Aya Sakura. It's kind of an interesting match. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting match. You know, Waka being paired with the Pineapple Girl and the Rookie. Kind of seems a little one-sided if you ask me, but interesting. Really interesting. We got another Passion Injection match. So Nanae Takahashi, this time she will go up against Hanako. Ooh, tough task for Hanako. I mean, I know she's got the height advantage over Nanae Takahashi. Not by a whole lot, I don't think. But, yeah, that's going to be a real big test for Hanako. Well, yeah, she does have the height advantage over Nanae, but that's still going to be a really tough match for Hanako. We got an interesting singles match. We got God's Eye Shuri versus Club Venus's Xena. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be a very interesting matchup there. Haven't seen a lot of Xena in singles matches, so I'm very curious about this one, especially going up against somebody like Shuri. Ooh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. But let's see what she can do. Okay, we got another 6-woman tag match, another trios match. Ooh, this ought to be really good. Check this out. Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, and Kairi teaming up to take on Maika, Suzu Suzuki, and Mei Sarah. Wow, that's going to be a banger of a match there. Maika, Suzu, and Mei have been a great trio so far. Oh, man. And then going up against Tam, Natsupoi, and Kairi, pretty much Melt here, and Kairi. Ooh, wee. That's going to be an entertaining and intense match, I can imagine. I'm looking forward to that match. Okay, so we got a few title matches. We got the Goddesses of Stardom tag team titles on the line as the New Era's, the champs, Mirai and Ami Sourei, will defend against Club Venus's Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Had quite a heated press conference with Ami Sourei and Mina Shirakawa, and even Mirai as well. But this should be an interesting title match. Very interesting title match. But yeah, should be good. Should be really good. We also have an Artists of Stardom Championship Steel Cage match. That's right, this will be in a cage. As the champions, Donna Del Mondo's Bari Bari Bombers, made up of Julia, Tekla, and Mai Sakurai, making their first defense against the team of stars, Mayu Iwatani and Fukuoka Double Crazies, Hazuki and Koguma. This should be a really good match. And of course, Mayu Iwatani is not a fan of cage matches, so of course, she was acting all fearful during the press conference. But this should be a really good match. Should be a really good match. Two great trios here, so definitely is going to be awesome. And then we got ourselves a match which I believe is going to be the main event, and this is also a cage match. So we got Queen's Quest versus Oedo Tai. So for Queen's Quest, it's Utami Hayashishita, Saya Kamatani, Azumi, Lady C, Hina, and Miyu Amasaki taking on Oedo Tai's Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, Starlight Kid, Saki Kashima, Ruaka, and Rina. So here's the stipulation for this match. You have to escape the cage in order to win, but the last person left in the cage must leave their unit. That's right. They must leave their faction. So either Queen's Quest or Oedo Tai, one of those two factions is about to lose a member on June 25th. Oof. Oof. Now, history has shown that these type of matches where a faction member is on the line or a similar stipulation usually has worked in favor of Oedo Tai. History has shown that. So I gotta keep it real. I think with a lot that's been going on between Utami and Saya Kamatani, I think one of those two is going to be the last left in the cage and will end up having to leave their unit. And could you imagine if it's Utami who's the leader of Queen's Quest? Oof. Oof. Or could you imagine if it was Saya Kamatani? Oof. Because remember, the stipulation doesn't necessarily say they have to join the other unit. It's that they have to leave theirs. They can leave theirs and go wherever. They can stay affiliated for all that matters. But I got a bad feeling it's going to be either Utami or Saya. I just have a bad feeling. But we'll see how things develop as it gets closer to that date. But oof. Somebody's about to lose. Some faction is about to lose a member come June 25th. So just be ready for it. Okay. And then Stardom MidSummer Champions 2023 will be on July 2nd, and this will be at the Yokohama Budokan. And they've already announced matches for this as well. So let's see what we got. We got a 6-woman tag team match. We got the team of Hazuki, Saya Ida, and Aya Sakura taking on the team of Hanako, Suzuki, and Mei Sarah. Interesting. Both teams each have a rookie. So, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if it's exactly well balanced, but we'll find out. We'll find out come July 2nd. All right. We have a regular tag team match. We got God's Eye versus Club Venus. So we got Shuri and Ami Sourei versus Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May. Oh, so Mariah May, Mina Shirakawa got double duty with these two shows. Okay. That that should be an interesting match. Should be a very interesting match. We got another Passion Injection match. This time it's Nanae Takahashi versus Starlight Kid. Ooh, ooh, that should be good. I think Starlight Kid could pull it off. I wouldn't put it past her. She's really upped her game since joining Oedo Tai, so we'll see what happens. We got a singles match that I'm very much looking forward to, and this isn't a normal match, ladies and gentlemen. This will be an Indian strap match. That's right, Natsupoi versus Saori Ano. Oof. Oh man, they are giving these two ladies a chance to vent out their frustrations on each other, have their singles match with this special stipulation, and just get it all out the way. That's the way that I see it, pretty much. But oh man, that should be incredible. That should be an incredible match. All right. Next up, we got the High Speed Championship on the line as Saki Kashima will make her first defense against fellow Oedo Tai stablemate Fukiken Death. Kind of an interesting first defense choice, to be honest with you, but yeah, that's wow. And then we got the Wonder of Stardom Championship on the line, as this is where Mirai has cashed in her Cinderella tournament wish and will challenge Tam Nakano for the title. So yeah, wow. So only 2 title matches announced for that show, and well, 2 title matches announced for Stardom Sunshine as well. Huh. Interesting. They're kind of splitting it up. And I guess there's no telling when Tam's going to defend the red belt again. And it looks like they've been consistently defending the Future Stardom and New Blood tag titles at the New Blood shows. So at least that's cool. Still don't know when Mayu Iwatani's going to defend that IWGP Women's Championship. She hasn't defended it since she won it, so I don't know what the heck they're waiting on, but I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, so those are the matches they have booked so far. So like I said, June 25th for Stardom Sunshine 2023, July 2nd for MidSummer Champions 2023. So got those 2 shows coming up. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for this video. And don't forget to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty. And also, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Who all checked out both days of the Crockett Cup, NWA Crockett Cup? What did you think of the tournament? What did you think of the matches? What do you think of the winners? Trevor Murdoch, Mike Knox winning this year's Crockett Cup. The Catch the Wave tournament. We know Asuka has punched her ticket to the winner's block. Who else do you think will make it to the winner's block? So let me know what your thoughts. Who are your favorites to come out of each block for the Catch the Wave tournament? And what do y'all think so far of the announced matches for Stardom, Sunshine, and MidSummer Champions? What matches are you looking forward to? And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Laters.